Hi everyone, welcome in my teal studio. I'm Nolwenn Petitbois and I'm very blessed to be part of the video design team for ColourArte. For this project, I will guide you into making a fun altered photo card. It's really easy and very fun. So I hope you'll enjoy and that you'll get inspired. Thank you. Welcome in this new project. At this time, I wanted to go outside of my comfort zone and create a card for my daughter's birthday. And I thought that it would be fun to use an actual picture of her, a photo I printed, and use that as my base to make something fun that she will smile when she will discover and open it. So I'm just using a Strathmore card and I'm lightly tracing the face so I will know exactly where it is and so I can create around that without wondering, oh, is it working? You won't see it eventually, so just lightly trace it. I'm using super heavy gesso. It's very thick and has the texture of thick icing, and a stencil to work around our face like a sunburst. I'm using a catalyst tool, but you could easily use a palette knife or even a credit card or an old card to do that. It's pretty thick, so you will need to be patient to let it thoroughly dry, or you would have surprises that you don't want to face. So that's okay, just plan ahead. I don't know if you're familiar with the Gelli plates. They're all the rage and I love, love, love mine. I have several sizes and this time I'm using the 5x7. It's slightly bigger than my card. So I wanted to try. I'm using primary elements and they are uh, pigments with mica powder, so they're very shimmery. They will react with anything that is water based, and this time I'm just placing it randomly on my plate, as you will see. Just scoop a little bit because a little bit goes a very long way. I'm spraying my plate with water and then scooping them randomly here and there. I picked two shades of pink and a green to add some contrast. And see, you really don't need much. Now using my finger, I'm just activating the paint and blending some here and there, but not that much because once I'm applying the card on top, it will kind of smush it and create that watercolor effect that I really, really love. You need to dry in between or it will become muddy and you really don't want that to happen. And with the colors I chose, it, as you can see there, it not perfect, but that's okay. I like the grays creating, and so you can layer them again and again to reach the effect that you're pleased with. And it should dry pretty fast, especially if you're using a tool like I'm doing. I'm adding a little bit more of green and decided that there's no waste. So using what that on my envelope as well. And a little bit more pink. And voila! And now I can put it aside and let it dry. Cleaning your plate is pretty easily. You just need something wet, and this I'm just using a towel paper and water, and a baby wipe usually works very well to clean that. Now that I'm very pleased with the background, I'm adding the photo. I'm using gel medium, but you can use your favorite adhesive to do that. And just before adding it, I thought, oh, okay, it's not working for me, so I'm cutting the hair. Yeah, That's okay. You can always change your mind. There's nothing wrong with that, and you can make it work. My daughter has always wanted to have blue and purple hair. This is something she's been talking about for years now. So I'm decided just to give her that on the card. And I'm using twinkling H2Os. They are paint and they react with water, and you just need to let them sit a little so the pigments and the water create that creamy, beautiful, highly charged colored paint. So I just spread them, and during that time I'm sketching the body and giving her some air. I know it's a crazy hair day kind of shape, but it's the kind of hairdo that I give to my characters, and I know that she really, really like that. So making her happy, I know she'll like it. Using a round brush, I'm adding the color. See how the water is now pigmented? It's still pretty translucent though. But I like that because then you can still see the texture from the stencil and the gesso, and it just makes me happy. So I'm really glad. And this purple, oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Adding a little bit of the blue, as you can see, it goes a very long way. And why not doing some splatters? It, to me, ties everything together. And just water on my brush to blend the purple and the blue. And they blend very beautifully. It makes me so happy. And I'm glad I cut the hair. Before the next step, think of drying is very important. Now that it's dry, I wish you could see the shimmer. It's just so beautiful. And because my pen brush was still quite loaded with the H2O, I added some splatter on the envelope as well. You know, sometimes ideas strike when you're not looking for them. And when I saw the card, I just thought, oh, she will hold the sign. So you can't see it, but my other daughter was posing for me so I can get the movement pretty right. And she turned 10, and I found this perfect sized wood veneer, and the twinkling H2Os are just perfect with wood. It soaks in and it's just beautiful. But while it's settling, I'm using silk glazes. They are the most creamy and shimmery paint that I've ever used, and I love them so, so much. You will fall in love with them as well. They are glazed, which means that they're semi-translucent. They're not translucent as the H2O for the air, but you'll see that I can see through it, and it's just a very good paint for layers. And if you know a little bit about me, you know that I work in texture and layers. These are two things that just make my art happy. I wish you could see the dots. It's what I was talking about. You can see through it, but not completely. And for the orange, I thought why not using the bottom of my pen brush to add polka dots. Yeah, that's fun. And it adds something else. That just makes it different. Now the H2O is ready, and see how pigmented it is? You just need so little and it goes a very long way. And it soaks into the wood so beautifully. I just love the result. I could have used tweezers or something, but that's okay. Now I'm using oil pastels. They're blendable and pigmented, and my favorite currently are the Neo Pastel from Caran d'Ache. And I just, you know, trying to find color that contrast with what's already there and see how they can blend with each other very easily. It's just quick and simple. Not looking for complicated there, just fun and different. And I'm using a big Lyra pencil, black, but any black pencil would do. All pastels, they're not, so I'm using glossy accent to glue them, and then I add it on top as well, and it will add a coat like enamel, or it's very pretty. And there you are. Thank you for watching. I hope you got inspired, and you can connect with us on Facebook. Bye.